So once a week, I want to commit to doing Q&A videos where I answer your questions, because that's extremely important. One of the biggest obstacles to me when I was trying to approach Christianity was the lack of answers. And it wasn't that there was a lack of truth in Christianity. It's that there weren't too many individuals who were doing the work to provide it for me. So that's what I'm here to do. You know, it didn't make sense to me coming up that God gave us intelligence and then told us to leave it behind when we're searching for truth. Now bring it with you, because you're going to need it. So the first question that I want to answer is, why an independent ministry? I'm a young minister and I don't have the support of a church behind me, even though I'm traveling all over the state, and as you'll see, we go to some pretty remote locations to kind of reflect God's glory, to kind of emphasize the fact that this is a church that has no boundaries, no walls, no connections to any religious sect. We're not Lutheran, Methodist, any of that. This is a YouTube channel that is free and independent for good reason. I think there's a problem in the church. I've been to the mega churches, I've been to big congregations, and I think people are so caught up with the multi-million-dollar building and the prosperity and the pastor who has a Mercedes-Benz that we forget that our main commandment was love, that a pastor is supposed to be a servant, an example of humility and self-sacrifice, and we don't do that anymore. We forget that Paul, who was a Roman citizen, which at that time was big news, was mending nets despite how educated he was to support his ministry. That's the kind of example that was laid out before us by the church fathers. We're not following that anymore. The issue to me is that I think a lot of people have had Christianity presented to them in a way that I can't even blame them for rejecting. It's full of, I don't know, it's full of greed. It's full of self-worship. It's full of a lack of compassion for people. Gandhi said something, and I'm going to repeat it here because I think it's something that we should all check ourselves on, all of us Christians. He said, you know, I like your Christ, I don't like your Christians. You Christians are so unlike your Christ. That is so true. It's been true about me in the past. It's something I have to constantly work on, but it's something that I think many Christians are forgetting. We need to be Christ-like. That is our commandment. That's where the name Christian came from, little Christ. I started an independent ministry because I got tired of seeing pastors pull up to the church in brand new Jaguars and Mercedes-Benz and even a Phantom, and then preach a gospel that is about humility and self-sacrifice. You know what? This may only be a YouTube channel, but it has truth. It has freedom, it has substance. People can tell what you want from them when you're speaking to them. And I think people watch this ministry, watch these sermons, and they'll be able to tell that I don't want their money. I'm not trying to win a big house or a big car or a fancy suit or fancy clothes. I know exactly how to get that. I know exactly who I'd have to call and where I'd need to start preaching to get that. It's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to win material things. I'm trying to win you. Because you're worth it. Because I know how liberating truth was for me. Because I know what it felt like when I realized what Christianity was. In other words, who Christ is. And when you have that kind of information, it's abundant, it's amazing, it's powerful. You're free. There's such compassion in it. There's such truth in it. You have answers that are concrete and solid. You're on a foundation. You're supported by the rock. I want that for you. I want that for everybody. So if you will just give me a little bit of your most valuable resource, and that is your time, that's all I want. I will do my best to serve you. Please have a seat at the table. Allow me to prepare the food. Allow me to pour the drinks. Allow me to get everything together so that at the end of the night, you have enough nourishment to get up stronger and better. That's why I am here. That is why this ministry is independent. That is what this is about. As always, I thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please ask me once a week. I'm going to do these videos where I answer your questions directly because you're important to me. Because I know who Christ is and you're important to him. Give me the opportunity. Give me some of your time. And I will do everything I can to make it worth it for you. God bless and thank you.